Hello, this is my movie review of Earwig and the Witch. I will start out with talking about the movie itself. Earwig is a baby when she is dropped off at an orphanage by a witch who is her mother. She has to leave her because she is being chased by their version of a council of witches. She leaves a note, and from there Earwig grows up to be Earwig because the headmistress very much dislikes the name Earwig. So they take her in, and eventually she makes friends and finds one in a boy named Custard. One night they decide to dress as ghosts and end up spooking one of the neighbors. Things take a turn when two weird figures come to the orphanage and pick out Earwig, but she is very much displeased. She likes the way things are, in fact that she can sort of manipulate people at St. I gotta get the right word. It'll come to me in a moment. She's not a bully per se, but she is enjoyed by everyone there, and they are very saddened when she leaves. She moves in and does not discover till later, when the door latches on its own, the door gate that is, that the house is magical. It does not occur to her how much magic really is in the house, but we quickly find out that she was not adopted out of love, but out of necessity and need for a helping hand in Baba Yaga's shop. That is the first mysterious figure that comes to adopt Earwig. The second one is called the Mandrake. He is tall, and his eyes, I'm not kidding, look like one of those sparklers you get at some of these souvenir shops, where you spin it and it sparks in the middle, usually in front or in front, behind a transparent color. Anytime he gets mad or annoyed, that happens. She very much dislikes helping Baba Yaga and wants to learn magic. This does not happen until she and we find out the cat Thomas find a spell that protects themselves from any spells that she casts on them. Which she's always threatening worms. Every time. You don't do something right, it's worms for you. And the second spell she does is Baba Yaga is always complaining on another pair of hands. That's why she got Earwig from the orphanage. And Earwig makes some what looks like wax hands and a voodoo doll. And she finds the spell she needs to use, but she needs a piece of hair, which is impossible to come by. But she eventually finds out that it is in one of her hats. So she uses that and able to make the spell work. Which Baba Yaga was not too happy when she gets one on her forehead and I think one on her back, which pinches her side or her backside. I can't remember which. Either way, it's funny. Then the one on her forehead pinches her nose real hard. St. Morwald's Home for Children. That's the name of the orphanage. I knew I'd get it at some point. And she is very mad, so you know at this point it's the worms. So where was I? It's the worms. Sorry. Got distracted there. The reason I was so distracted was because I was remembering previously, earlier, she had put a hole with a screwdriver to see if the mandrake's room is really on the other side of her wall and not the bathroom. It's magic, so she finds out it's true, he is on the other side. But she uses the worms that's meant for her to hide them in the bathroom so that Baba Yaga doesn't find out. Well, unfortunately, magic things go to magic places, and it goes into the mandrake's room. And if you've ever had your full middle name not yelled, not screamed, but bellowed in all three voices at once, it is the walls literally go to lava on fire, and the mandrake is not happy. He and his demons go after Baba Yaga, and she ends up finding out that he and Baba Yaga are part of a group called Earwig, and she has no idea who the redhead is or that she's even her mother. She likes the music, and eventually things calm down, and she gets comfortable with the way things are. She likes the way that she can be satisfied. Like she was an orphanage, she says what she needs to manipulate people and get her way. Like I said, she's not a boy. That's her comfort of life. And they don't seem to mind. She's not causing any harm. At the end, she goes... she doesn't go anywhere. It's actually Christmas time. Her friend Custard is waiting at the gate, and a car drives up, and the redhead that you saw at the beginning says "Merry Christmas, Earwig," and this is the first time since the beginning of the movie that anyone has ever said her name, her real name. So that's the full movie, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, I did mention that first spell, the one where she protects herself from Baba Yaga's stuff, and that was a weird spell in herself. She had to cover herself with this slimy stuff, and which brings me to the next point: the comedy of it. The comedy of it was really good. I really laughed, especially when I saw how messy the witch's workshop was. It was a disaster. Squishy, messy disaster. The mess was everywhere. You couldn't walk in there without stepping in something. So it was really funny to see all the predicaments Erica got herself in. Sometimes she wasn't satisfied with it, but that's the way things are. She was trying to find out how to get used to it, I think, and that's true for a lot of us when we're stuck in a situation we don't want to be in, and we try to find a way out. Well, Erica can't because magic has sealed the windows and doors shut. One time there's even a door that disappears, the front door. So how are you supposed to go out if you can't go out the front door and you can't go out the back when the doors disappear? The facial expressions were awesome, especially when Earwig sees how mad the Mandrake can get. You'll have to see it for yourself. It's totally hilarious. Like I said, if you've ever been in trouble, this scene will resonate with you. The worst trouble you've ever been in. Yeah, that was it. And she eventually hides under the bed. I like the fact. The next point is I like the fact that the Studio Ghibli has come out with a CGI movie. It was well done. It wasn't like the campiness that you see of mockbuster movies. This was actually well done, and sometimes the story was lacking, especially at the cliffhanger at the end, but the movie was all about Earwig. I've never read the book per se. I'll get to that name in a minute. The quality was good. It wasn't like, oh, this is bad CGI. I'm talking about bad as in probably the worst CGI movie and the worst movie of all time, Food Fight. That was like horrible CGI. It was just, they have come so far for a studio that only did hand-drawn animation. They really have a lot in this movie. It's great. Although some movie reviews don't like it, and it's sad because this really captures the heart of a little girl, and you really have to have the heart of a child to, one, enjoy this movie and really reflect on how good it really is and not think about the negativity. The only negative things I would say about it is, like I said, it does leave you hanging in some spots. It doesn't explore why the witches were after her mother. Doesn't explain how the mother gets away from the witches, which you know she does. And it really leaves you hanging at some points. And you sort of feel bad for Erica, aka Earwig. The book was based on the one of the same name by Diana Wayne Jones. She is an English novelist, or excuse me, English author. I got that wrong. I was getting too technical there. Excuse me. The whole movie itself was well done. I don't know what else I can say about it. But I've got about 22 minutes left, so let's see what else I can talk about. I would say the whole movie I would definitely watch again. It is one for a Studio Ghibli fan of all ages, especially when you find out that Hayao Miyazaki's son actually created it. Don't ask me to say his name. I probably already said Hayao Miyazaki's name wrong. But it's actually premiering it was released, before his dad's movie, How You Live. Let me make sure I've got that right. How Do You Live? Excuse me. This is really... Oh yeah, I forgot. I was trying to go on and on. I forgot the biggest part. The food. You cannot watch this movie unless you have some shepherd's pie. I hear it's really good. They talk about that several times in the movie. Station pie, fried bread. Station pie is probably something in the movie, but I enjoy the thought of one day having shepherd's pie while watching this movie. It's just nice. I'm the type of person that if I see something in a movie or TV show, I'm like, well, I'm hungry. I might have that right now. And the cool thing about living in that house is the Mandrake has these little chick demons. They're totally hilarious to look at. They do the Mandrake's bidding and get him anything he wants. They really look like tiny tornadoes when they're flying in the air. Honestly, I forget what other food is in there, but I have seen this movie only once, so I'm basically doing this from memory. It will be a while before I can get it on DVD. Look up online and see when the release date for the DVD and or Blu-ray will be, and there will also be a digital release date. I'll try to include that later in the description below. So if you like this review, please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you have a good day, and until the next video. And by the way, have some shepherd's pie. I hear it's really good.